I'm David Thaler. Welcome to Stage 3 of Collective Bargaining Mediation, the parties' opening statements. The parties' opening statements are the first designated formal moment of dialogue between the mediator and the parties. They're a chance for the mediator to demonstrate and model good listening skills. Good listening skills are at the heart of the mediator's role. Good listening helps to ensure that parties feel respected, that they feel understood, and that the mediator does in fact understand what they're saying.
It's important for the mediator to listen very carefully because the mediator will get clues as to what are the major and the minor issues in the negotiations. Let me give you some examples. So assume the employer pays a significant amount for the private healthcare insurance. And in presenting their proposals, they say, healthcare costs have been escalating and we are committed for all employees to pay their fair share of the increasing healthcare costs. What does that say? That says this is a major issue. It says that it's not only relevant to the union membership, but it's for all employees, and they are committed, which is a very strong term to use when they're presenting their proposals. Another example might be labor gives a proposal that my membership driving forklifts in the warehouse believe that they are under market. What is that saying? That's saying that it's isolated to a small group of employees and that it's the employees that believe, not necessarily the union, but the employees believe that they are under market. These examples and these clues can give a mediator a very important understanding of what the issues are going to be in these negotiations.
Above and beyond being mindful to do their best listening, in preparing for the parties' opening statements, the mediator should think about what should be the prompting question to start the discussion. For example, the questions, what are your concerns, or what are the open issues, yield very different answers from what are your demands, or what's getting in the way of an agreement. It's almost always preferable to start with open-ended questions because those questions put the parties at ease and invite them to take the discussion in the direction in which they want it to go. In collective bargaining, it's hard to come up with a hard and fast rule to decide who gets the floor first. No matter how the mediator decides, the mediator should ensure the other party that they'll get equal treatment when it is their turn to speak. Next, the mediator should let the parties know how they'll deal with interruptions or questions during the other party's opening statement. Do they not allow them at all? Do they allow only clarification questions? Do they leave it loose and intervene only when necessary? Do they have set moments for questions and comments? There are several considerations in choosing one of the above rules, but having an understanding depersonalizes the situation should the mediator later have to ask a party to refrain from interrupting. Next, since a collective bargaining mediator will almost always enter into a negotiation after it is in progress, it's important for the mediator to confirm where the parties are in the negotiations. What are the open issues? Please note that some parties will prefer to go over their open issues in a separate caucus. Now let's check back with mediator Martin Callahan and the parties as the parties deliver their opening statements.
Okay, so if there are no more questions, what I'd like each side to do is give me a brief overview of where they are in these negotiations. And the purpose of that is to kind of inform my information of what I have at the present moment. And I'll let the parties decide who goes first.
I'll start. It's really simple. It comes down to three things. It's the safety equipment and the discipline around that, productivity, and wages. And this bargaining unit works very hard, and they deserve a whole lot more than what management is proposing. We've already given a lot in these negotiations, and management hasn't given anything. So
is discipline separate from safety, or is it connected to safety somehow?
Well, it's these masks. The employees are getting disciplined just by adjusting their masks so that they can get, some relief from the heat and get some fresh air. And just for adjusting the mask, they're getting disciplined.
Okay, so
it's ridiculous.
The discipline around the mask wearing, is that?
Yes.
Okay. And tell me a little bit more about the productivity issues.
Well, the quotas are really high, and we would like to see those come down. And not only are the quotas high, the bonuses are low.
Have the quotas changed recently?
No,
Okay.
but they've always been high.
In the bonuses, they're related to the productivity? Is that how the bonuses are paid, relative to productivity?
Well, they're paid because of the productivity. I don't know if they're related since they're so low and the quotas are so high.
And the bonus money, that would be related as to wages in some way, I'm assuming,
It's based on productivity.
based on productivity. The bonuses.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the wages, it's simple. They ask a lot. This bargaining unit works very hard, and they deserve a lot more than what management is proposing, just like I said. And we're asking 5%, and this bargaining unit deserves it.
That's so unrealistic. And you're asking for the moon here. Next thing you know, they'll want us to throw in a Lexus.
Then we'd have a car just like us.
We earned it.
I appreciate that. Now I'd like to hear from the employer.
Thank you, Commissioner, and thank you for attending. Safety, as Ms. Marinara says, is safety, it's productivity, and also the wages. Around safety, that's our gold standard. We have some of the lowest rates in the industry in terms of, keeping our employees and their members safe.
Oh, that's such a joke.
Commissioner, please. Commissioner, Commissioner, please. I'm talking. I'm talking.
Please.
Thank you.
Jokes.
I'm talking here.
I'd like to remind all parties that the purpose of this section of the mediation is for me to understand what's going on. And in order for me to do that, I really need to hear from both parties
Thank you.
interrupted.
I appreciate that.
Uninterrupted. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
So not only is safety the law, but as I said, we take a proud point, it's a proud point for us in ensuring safety standards. We have some of the lowest injury rates in the industry. And the union should come on board, be our partners. Stop fighting us. Stop using precious energy to fight us.
So tell me, have you acknowledged or thought about any of the concerns that the union has raised around safety?
The only thing that they are raising are grievances. They're not telling us any type of concerns. They're raising grievances. And, there's one person that's stirring the pot there because they were disciplined. But we have to ensure safety, and we don't want to have we want to comply with the law, so we have to ensure safety by compliance.
Might be stirring that pot a little more at the end of today.
You know what?
So I think what I'm hearing from both parties, the primary issues on the table are safety, productivity, and wages, with some issue on the union side around discipline regarding the mask wearing.
Absolutely.
I just want to jump in and just underline how important the safety equipment is for us. We've made a lot of investments in that, and we're really proud of the commitment that we have to safety at our workplace.
Okay, I appreciate that. I think perhaps now would be a good opportunity to move into private caucuses. And at this point, I'd probably like to spend some time with the union first, if that's okay.